Pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I have minutes for the meeting of December 20th. I'll entertain a motion when you're ready.
So motioned.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. We have bills.
SMMA.
Tim, can you review the bills, please?
Sure. So we have 3 bills this month. The first one is from SMMA, the design team, invoice 48271, and it's for $49,077.76. Oh, I'm sorry, is that 49,000?
It's like 49.
No, it's 40,000.
40, okay.
Yeah, that's kinda, that cover page is kinda tough. I'm gonna,
Oh,
That
I
comma
see, yeah.
jumped
Oh,
in,
that's
that
a-
comma jumped in there, made it look like a 49.
yeah. So yeah, it's 40,077.76.
Yeah.
The second invoice is from Colliers International, that's us, the OPM.
Yep.
Invoice 19914, and that's for 29,007, so $29,007. And the third invoice is from Merrick O'Connell, and that's attorney for the school district, looking at the contract with the contractor, just reviewing the contract, and that is for $460.
I've got
I got $1,780
I
on
do
mine.
too.
No, that's wrong.
No, so just,
The invoice is for $1,780, but it's for multiple issues. So,
Okay, yeah,
Oh,
that last
sorry.
page, yeah. Yes,
1320 is
460.
for district business, meaning not germane to the project.
Oh,
So on this cover sheet, do we have to change that amount then?
yeah, I would just change it to 460.
On your original,
If you want, I have a different cover sheet that is,
okay. Well, that's the one we'll sign anyway, so,
yeah, it's typed up.
yeah, all right. Yeah. Do I have a
So,
mo-
and that's the
oh,
3,
right.
that's all we have this month.
All right. Do I have a motion?
Motion to approve the bills is read.
second?
Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. OPM update.
Okay, so, we do have a handout, which I'm sorry I didn't pass out earlier. This is just what we'll hand out each month, you know, alter it as needed, but just kind of, activities that have been taking place over the past month, and, what's expected to be, underway, over the next month. So, this was done last week, but with the snow, this meeting got postponed, but really not much has changed from last week to this week. So what they've been doing is, getting the fences up, getting the site ready, for the construction, putting the gates in, doing their erosion control measures, getting all those orders and conditions in place. I did some tree clearing, where needed, and pruning where required. Stripping of the topsoil has started, so you might see there's a big pile of dirt on site. That's topsoil that's going to get removed from the site. There's really no room on site to store materials, so the contractor is responsible for managing that process. So they'll be removing it off-site, and then they'll be bringing in new topsoil when the time comes to place some material. They've been doing some, again, some erosion controls and runoff, managing the water to keep it on site, so putting in some temporary swales and so forth to maintain, keep water on the site and not have erosion leaving the site. The job trailers are on site, and the electricians had been wiring those and getting those ready. They actually had the wiring inspected, and so now it's just a matter of turning on the power. So we'll be occupying those trailers shortly. The existing water and sewer and other services to the existing building have all been disconnected in preparation for demolition. That's a requirement in order to get the demolition permit. And the demolition permit was also just received, so that's cleared the way for demolition activities. What they have been doing in the existing building is abatement. So they've been removing all the interior asbestos containing materials, any other hazardous materials, and they've completed that work, and now they're working on the outside. So in order to get at some of the material, they had to remove the brick veneer to get to the material behind that, to get to the asbestos material. Removing the caulking on the windows, they just pull out the whole window and wrap the whole window up as asbestos waste. So that activity of the abatement activity should be completed within the next few days, and then they'll really start full bore on demolition. The demolition guy is the same contractor as the abatement guy, so that makes it easy for coordination of activities. And then as they're going, anything that we wanted them to salvage, we asked that they save some bricks, and there's been just anything else that we're looking to salvage, we're asking them to do that for us. So that's really what's been happening up until this point. There's been a lot of communication with the police department, making sure that the activity that's been done over there, that they've been coordinated. So they built a pathway, a roadway that leads from the station out to Wellington Road, just on the, I guess on the south side of that lot, so that we could extend the fence as far as we could over. And so there's been Matt and the contractor have been meeting with the chief to make sure everything is okay and that it's working for him. But looking ahead, again, more of the earthwork. Really, with the temperatures that we had, with everything froze solid, they didn't expect to get a lot done this time of year, and so they're really looking to get done what they can, when they can, and take the opportunity, but really the earthwork is going to continue really into the spring. And that's removing the fill material that was placed on site and getting down to the native soil, and then building up back up where needed, or excavating further down for footings and that sort of stuff. So that's really, you probably won't see that happening until March, until they can really get a thaw and the machines can get through the material. And then again, abatement and demolition will be ongoing. It's not like on TV where you have a big implosion and the building comes down. This is going to be kind of a boring process where they're just going to be picking it apart with a grappling hook on the front of a machine. So,
Do we have an idea when that will start? People have asked. So.
Yeah, I think it's going to start any day now. I think today's rain kind of slowed down the demo guy, but the abatement people, but they were looking to start the beginning of the week.
Oh, okay.
I even saw an email that could possibly be the end of the week,
But this week.
this week.
Okay. All right.
So that's really, once they pull that down, and once they can get into the ground a little bit, they'll be doing some infrastructure, some drainage lines and manholes and those sorts of things. We will need to talk to them about when they're going to be removing the playground that's on site. Not sure if they didn't do that yet just because the ground is frozen solid, or they were just trying to schedule the guy who put it in to be the guy who's taking it out. So we'll talk to them about that, but that's an activity that's going to be coming up sooner rather than later. But you really won't see anything coming up above the above the ground for a while yet. SMMA couldn't be here tonight due to the change in the meeting date. They didn't have really much of a report this month anyway, so. I don't know, any other questions about anything that's going on or gonna go on, or?
Tim, I got one.
Sure.
I had a resident reach out to the DPW asking about the bricks. Looking for a number of bricks to reuse as a patio, and I'm not sure how it was set up, if there was a number that they could get. I know that they can go and get a few, but it was more sentimental, I thought, so I don't think that a large amount is what we were looking at doing.
Yeah, I mean, as of now, in the specifications, the contract called to salvage a certain number of bricks to be reused on site in the construction as a seat wall or some other type of installation. There was gonna be a handful of bricks that were gonna be turned over to the school department for that same reason, but it was just a smaller amount. The Historical Society has asked for some bricks, and really that's outside of the contract. And so if it's the contractor's waste, if he can get rid of it without having to pay to have it hauled off, I'm sure he'd rather give it to the Historical Society or something like that. Individual homeowners who would like some, not really sure how that would.
To the contractor.
Yeah, that would be
Get
kind of hard.
involved in it.
Yeah, that would be kind
You
of
don't
hard
want them
to.
on site.
Yeah,
Well,
No,
that's what I'm saying, I don't think you want them on site, and then you give one, and then all of a sudden you get another, and another, and another, and just,
We don't even have to worry about it, it's up to the contractor.
Yeah.
I wouldn't
That's
spend a
all.
moment thinking about it.
okay.
Get those other memos ready instead.
right.
Alrighty. Any other, do we have any new business, or?
Not yet. As we get going, we'll be talking about groundbreaking.
Can I just come back to that issue?
Sure.
If the contractor says to you, we don't wanna be involved in any of that stuff whatsoever, fine. Just have him send us a letter, and when we get an inquiry, we'll hand it to him. If he's willing to entertain this, let us know who to have people contact, so that they're getting through direct. So that we're not having him getting pestered a lot. Okay, so once the
Yeah.
contractor makes that decision, either way, just let us know, so we can try to minimize the traffic to him.
Yeah, because there is a cost to trying, for the contractor to try and, stack these on a pallet and deliver them or have them available.
There's an associated risk of having people on site.
Yeah, and
Everything
then,
else.
Cleaning off the mortar. I mean, right now, what the school's gonna be getting
Yeah.
is all clean, for the most part.
well, because there's a cost to that, and we built
Yeah.
that into the contract.
Right, yeah.
Um,
But they're gonna have mortar,
I'm not
Big
suggesting the
chunks.
contractor should, whatever the contractor wants to do, I'm just saying, once he decides, you let us know, and we'll make it clear to people.
Okay,
Yeah.
probably is cheaper to buy brick than it would be for the time you're gonna spend,
Yeah.
for hundreds of bricks for a patio to knock off all that
Yeah.
mortar.
I'm
Not
guessing
so
it's-
much because of the sentimentality
Right.
reasons, it's worth it for the school district, but for homeowner, I doubt it. They probably didn't think about that part of it.
Alright. So is there anything else?
Just real quick, the website that we have
Oh,
up, which is linked to the NRSD website. In the minutes, we have the updates that come to us weekly. We have some photos up there. Thanks to Hank, Hank's taken a few, so we've put them up there. After the demolition is over, we do have again, we talked about this, but we do have a time-lapse camera up, and we'll put those pictures up once we have that, but it's a place where folks can ask questions. We've entertained a few questions already.
If you'll send us the link to that, we'll get it on the town's
Sure.
website.
Yep.
So people
It's right
can
out to our,
check
it's
it
right off of our NRSD, it's right off
Okay, I'll
the
look.
district's website. Yep.
I also have one thing.
Sure.
The contractor has started to do the survey, they're required to do a survey of the properties within 300 feet of the houses, make sure there's no cracks or just to establish the baseline. They've started doing that last week, towards the middle of the week.
Okay. All right. Anything else? I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
I thought you meant on that item. I would like to ask the committee to have your OPM prepare a monthly cash flow projection. You've given us one, we've used it for bonding. However, as you know, I only borrowed, as you may know, I only borrowed about 7.8 million in the first go-round. I need to be really very close to the vest on how I borrow the monies for all different kinds of reasons.
Sure.
And so staying tuned in to the cash flow projections will really help me do a better job at doing that. So I won't be too early, but I also won't be too late. So are you getting recs once a month, twice a month? What's
Once a
your-
month.
And you're getting them by the 10th of the month?
Well, we haven't settled on our schedule of values yet, so
Okay.
we haven't gotten any yet.
Okay,
I know that they want to submit, especially for this early abatement
Sure,
stuff and
sure.
that. So I expect that we will be getting them shortly. We do a cash flow for the MSBA. They want to know too.
Yep.
So we'll have that.
okay,
Typically, we're on the
15th
more
of the month?
conservative side.
Yeah.
And so when we have to do adjustments, it usually, we may have front-loaded it a little bit more
Yep,
than.
that's fine.
But we can get that for you every month.
Yeah, if I could get it like by the 15th of every month.
Okay.
Because I try to, if I'm gonna do a deal, it takes me about 30 to 45 days, and I like to try to close just before the end of the month. So that would be terrific if I could get that.
No problem.
That's a copy of something that gets submitted to the MSBA by the 12th of the month, each month. So it tells you what's been encumbered over the past 30 days. So it kind of gives you a running tally.
Yeah.
And that's submitted to the MSBA as a monthly report electronically.
Yep.
But I can make sure I give you that and then anything else that you might need.
Yeah, just the forward, I'm really more interested in the forward forecasts. Truthfully,
Yeah.
I know what you've spent to date on any given date, at least in terms of what's gone through the books, and have a sense of where we are in the month. So, yeah, those monthly cash flow projections would be very helpful. Thanks.
Okay.
Okay. Anything else? We have a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Second?
So moved. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries. Thank you.